What can you expect to know, and what rules do you need to follow? When you arrive for in-person appointments at the Edmonton Campus Test Center, please check in for your appointment at the front desk in the Singmar Center for Learning, SCFL, room 2-070. After you show us your Norquest student ID or other government-issued photo ID, you will be given a locker to put your personal belongings, including purses and turned-off cell phones. You will then be assigned a seat. At the Wetaskiwin Campus Test Center, please go to room 214 to check in. All personal items, including purses and turned-off cell phones, are to be placed in the cabinet beside the exam administrator's desk. After you show us your Norquest student ID or other government-issued photo ID, you will be assigned a seat. For online appointments, you will receive an email with instructions, including a link to enter your exam, in advance of the day of your exam. Click on the link at least 5 minutes prior to your appointment start time. A member of our team will be there to greet you. Please make sure to follow the instructions in your email so that your space is set up and ready prior to your appointment. It is your responsibility to make sure your computer is ready before your exam. Check that your computer has a working microphone and webcam. These are required to write your exam online. If you anticipate your internet connection will be unstable and cause problems, please let us know when you book for your exam. During your appointment, no personal items, including purses and cell phones, are allowed in the testing room. If your appointment is online, we will ask for you to show us that your desktop and room are clear. You will not be able to leave the testing center or your online appointment after you have started your exam. However, if you have breaks as an approved accommodation, you may take these breaks. Washroom breaks are not allowed unless in an emergency. For eating and drinking, you can only bring a bottle of water with a lid into the testing room. No other food or drinks are allowed unless they are part of an approved accommodation. Listening to music. You cannot listen to music unless you have an approved accommodation. If writing in person, the music will be provided by the testing center, or a store-bought CD or digital music can be brought in and shown to the test center staff. After you start your exam, test, or quiz, you will not be able to contact your instructor for any reason. If you have any questions about the instructions or content of your exam, please write these down. At the end of your exam, we will forward your questions about the exam to your instructor. Exams, tests, and quizzes must be completed at the exam end time. If you continue to write the exam after the end time, this is considered academic misconduct and will be reported to your instructor. You will be able to use scrap paper during your exam. If you're writing in person, the test center will provide you with paper to use and will collect it from you after the exam. If you're writing online, the test center will ask to see both sides of your scrap paper and ask for you to tear it up after your exam is over. What happens in cases of significant exam disruption? A significant exam disruption occurs if a student is unable to complete an exam due to an unforeseen uncontrollable event, such as a fire, an evacuation, technological failure, or other such event. For in-person appointments on campus, if it's safe to do so, the test center will try to get exams restarted so the exam can be completed. Extra time will be provided to make up for lost time. If the exams cannot be restarted, or if extra time cannot be provided, or if a student cannot stay to complete the exam, we will reschedule the exam with the instructor's permission. For online appointments, if it's safe to do so, the student, accommodated exams, and/or computer commons will try to get the exams restarted so that the exam can be completed. Extra time will be provided to make up for lost time. If the exams cannot be restarted, or if extra time cannot be provided, and/or if a student cannot stay to complete the exam will need to be rescheduled with the instructor's permission. If the student's internet is unstable and there is lost contact for more than 30 minutes, the exam appointment will need to be rescheduled with the instructor's permission. If you know your internet can be unstable, please let your instructor and accommodated exams know when you book for your exam so that we can discuss the potential for alternate enrichments.